Alright, so here we go. This is the first week in March that I had, or I'm sorry, second week in March. The 5th through the 10th, I did 3 loads throughout that whole week. I got a referral bonus because somebody referred me to you guys, or to the company, or because he saw my videos, somebody referred me, so I really appreciate that. That does help out. So here are all the costs. If I can get Google Docs to not be sitting there. You got occupational insurance, $48, company deposit, $100, truck lease, $9.95, trailer rental, $250, physical damage insurance, $140, registration, HUT, IFTA, ELD, $145, schedule maintenance account, $100. This was at that time, I believe on the 26th that it had changed, and it went up to $200 a week. Nothing you're really ever going to notice. And then cargo securement equipment is $100. That's for all the equipment that they provided you. I believe it caps at $3,000, and that goes away. These are my tolls that I had through that week. And then here is what I spent in fuel. So on the 7th I did $373.91 plus $38.66. Apparently $14 in Iowa. I think I remember what I was doing. But yeah, that's all my fuel expenses. And after all that came out, this right there is what I ended up taking home. And they've been doing these settlement summaries, breakdowns. So that was the second week. If I come up to the following, here was the next week. Right after, I did 2 loads all week. Same deductions, all the same. The maintenance had changed this week to $200. There was the tolls I had. Here are my fuel expenses, and I took home $2,295. Probably wouldn't have been so bad if I didn't have $171 in tolls. But I spent $11.75 in fuel. Did 2 loads all week. Miles total 2,147. And then we go from there up to the next week, which would have been 0319 and 0325. Again, another week where I only did 2 runs. Net pay was $6,132. All the fixed costs came down. Tolls had $19 in tolls. Fuel I spent $1,500, and that was only because I knew I'd done fine this week, so I took the bullet, ate the bullet on Friday, and I got fuel, which I don't typically do, but in this week in particular I did. And this is what I ended up taking home. So that was that week. And then if I come up to this settlement, this would be first week of April. Yeah, last week of March, early April. 2 loads. All your normal expenses. You guys can freeze frame this and look at it yourself if you want. Tolls, I spent $206 in tolls because this is all stuff up around PA. Came down. All my fueling, spent $1,333, and that's what I ended up taking home that week. So in two you could do 2 loads a week roughly, if they pay decent, and still end up taking home a decent chunk of change. I don't have a whole lot going on back home, so this to me is pretty good after all my expenses. And I believe, nope, yep, that was the last week. And actually, I know. Yeah, so that's what I would make this. This is what I'm going to get tomorrow. Right there, off of just 2 runs. And the only reason we got 2 runs in is because we ran into an issue with a broker giving us wrong days, and it was a big old thing. But nothing Nova did. It was just miscommunication issue. We were going to get a 3rd run in that would have brought this up, but it just didn't pan out. And sometimes you'll have weeks like that, but it's not terrible. So basically all of March until now, and today is April 9th, those were my settlements for those. So if these helped you out, comment in the comments below. Ask your questions. If there's a video you'd like to see, let me know. I'll do it. Hit that like button, subscribe, share it with your friends. And if you guys want to use me as a referral, by all means, go right ahead. You don't have to, but my name is Jeffrey Wallace, or you can just go with the 18-wheeler tag for YouTube, whatever. But yeah, that's how the last few weeks have gone. You guys have a good one.